my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again. So today it was supposed to be a panel review and chat about the episode, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get in touch with the panel members to be able to talk about the show. So I'm just gonna be giving a brief recap about the episode and my opinions about the episode. Before we go ahead and talk about it, if you're not subscribed, click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe, like and comment, and don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified when we upload a video. And you can also join our membership, guys. Join our membership, and it's very, very much appreciated. So this is very surprising because I never planned on doing this video on my own. I guess life had other plans for me. So let's go ahead and talk about the episode. Firstly, talking about the episode, Melody and Kiki, Melody giving Kiki a strip test. Is it a strip test? For her to go test and end the talk about her being on drugs and everything. I've seen a lot of people online like trying to make accusation that it's fake, that she put in water, it's not real, the test was not original. Like everybody's trying to make excuses why they feel like the test is wrong. Now I have to say one thing. At least she's being honest. So many people came up like myself, for example, he came, wrote on his Instagram saying he was gonna do a live TikTok test, and everybody was like, okay, came online and made a fool of a lot of us. So at least she's making an initiative that she's on drugs. A lot of people were saying the drugs is in the eyes, like it shows in the eyes that she's still on drugs. Like this is a very sensitive. My opinion is that this is a very sensitive topic. Yeah, a very very sensitive topic. You're talking about someone's drug use. So I keep on asking if Kiki. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic here. If Kiki was high, if Kiki was still on drugs and always getting high and everything, would On allow her be on the show? I know On allow a lot of people be on that show, irrespective of whatever thing they are doing, whatever crime they've committed. But my question is, if Kiki was high on drugs and she was still on drugs, not like very, very much into drugs, the way we are all saying online, do you think that Carlos would still allow her be on TV? Do you think these people would want to walk and stand and do everything with her if she was on drugs? Let's be realistic. They've talked about this drug thing a lot, and today she decided that okay, fine, I'm gonna do the drug test. I'm gonna show you guys that I'm literally clean, and it came out clean. It came out negative, and a lot of people are not believing. A lot of people are coming to say, "Oh, it's a lie. It's water she went in and poured in there. It's not real." Ah, I'm kind of disappointed in most of us in the way we kind of played it, that she would lie about her sobriety and she would lie about how she is. And I don't think the producers will literally let's just think for one moment. I don't think producers will see her bring in water and say, okay, let her use a sobriety test. Husband already said she doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. True. She doesn't have to prove anything to you and I. If she's on drugs or not, she doesn't have to prove anything to you and I, which is the truth. But she decided to say, okay, I want to do this. And a lot of us are taking it as a joke. And I'm like, we talk about how much we want the community to heal. We're trying to make second chance for people. But when it gets to that kind of situation, we don't try to make those, second chance for people. What has she exactly done? If I should throw a question to the viewers, what exactly has Kiki done that makes us or makes you guys think that, oh yes, she's high? Just because she flung or water to Letitia, that's the only thing that makes you guys feel like, oh, she's still on drugs. And because Letitia is saying that she's still on drugs, that's the only thing that we would say, okay, fine, yes, that's the thing. For her to have flung that drink, she was on drugs. I can remember Melody literally threw a bottle close to Mattel when she was pissed off when they were going through their divorce. Was Melody on drugs then? A lot of the cast members have done questionable things, and we have never come for them. We have never said they are on drugs, they did this, they did that. But because of somebody that we know that yes has gone through a drug problem at one certain time, then came on the show, and because the person acted out of character, yes, oh yes, she must be high. So every one of us that has watched this show, see, most of us we could be in that situation that Kiki was in, right? And somebody, ignored you the way that they ignored her. I can bet that if we're 100 of us, 10% of us could actually react the same way Kiki reacted by flinging that drink on Letitia. I'm not condoning what she did was right. I'm not in any form, shape, condoning what she did as right in any way. But let's call a spade a spade. The way that we are taking it personal and the way everybody's online saying that it's fake test, it's water. Like she said she wanted to take the test. You guys were like, yes, take the test, take the test, take the test. We all thought she was not going to take the test. Then now she has taken the test is now, oh, it's not right. Oh, it's fake. Oh, it cannot be possible that she came out negative. At the end of the day, it just boils down to the fact that human being cannot be satisfied. We cannot be satisfied. We will still choose to think about what we want to. So I'm happy she took the test, and I'm happy it came out negative, and I'm happy Melody told her, you know what? At this time, forget about the fuck up out in the barbecue. Forget about everything. Look at yourself. Cherish yourself. Try to make something good of yourself, which is the truth. At the end of the day, it's all about her sobriety, being sane for herself. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about any other person. It's not about the viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's not about Letitia. It's not about Marcel. It's all about Kiki, her health, her mental health, and taking care of herself. And that's why I appreciate Melody, because Melody for me acted like a good friend. Like, you know what? Forget about everything. That's what she told her. At this moment, forget about everything, forget about everyone, and move on. That is the right thing to have said to Kiki. Forget about everything. If I was on Melody, I would have told her people are still gonna call you a drug addict. People are still gonna tell you you're still on drugs. You were never sober. You know, don't give them a hearing. People, of course, in life are still gonna people in life are gonna call you names. If people don't call you names in life, that means you have not even started your journey of life, because people are gonna call names. People are gonna call you out. But once you can stand on your truth, that's the main thing. So I believe if she stands on her truth and focus on her sobriety, every other person can as well take a back seat. You and I included. And that's what I care about. Because I don't love the fact that everybody is trying to push one narrative. No. Let her take care of herself, her sobriety, and move forward in life. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And as much as I'm concerned, is what I see, what I hear, I believe, and what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that she did pass her tests. She did pass the test. That's for it. She passed the test, and I'm good with it. So everybody should get the narrative of whatever thing they're trying to, build out there, that she did this, she did that. Did it. Now moving along in the episode, we saw this. This scene was very, very funny to me, because so many things happened here. First thing I want to ask myself, why is it that you were finding it difficult to go spend vacation with your family? He was literally complaining of 5 days together with his family on a vacation. Something that a lot of people want to dream about. Then you go out 5 vacation days with yourself, your family, and you are like, oh, I can stay 5 days. Why? You can spend 5 days with your family. So then making up excuses. I don't care what thing he has going. Just like he could say yes, oh, we had things that we had planned out, and I didn't think we were gonna stay 5 days. But for him standing on, oh, 5 days, 5 days, as if it was a punishment that was given to him. He was acting as if it was a punishment. Let's be real. Now he also talked about Stormy. Of course, I knew Latisha was going to support Stormy. She always comes in defense of Stormy any day, anytime, anyway. She also came in defense of Stormy here when he talked about the differences they had. She also came in defense of Stormy. But the one thing I wanted to talk about was when she started talking about Kiki, and she was like, she's done, she's done. Okay, good, you're done. Move on. And I was surprised that Masa was like, it's a family relationship. I don't want it broken. I'm like, you don't want it broken, and you acted that way you acted. How would you not want family bond broken, and you acted the way you acted? Like, uh, they have flesh and blood flowing in them. There's no way you're gonna act that way and still believe that um the family bond is not possible. Well, kudos to him for calling Latisha out about Melody. I was shocked. She was shocked herself. I'm not gonna lie. Latisha was shocked the moment her husband Masao called her out for acting the way she acted to Melody during the town hall, whatever, on the Black Expo. She was shocked that the husband said she has to be accountable. She has to take accountability for some things, and she was like, "Okay, what is it? What have I done that I didn't take accountability for?" And he mentioned, "Oh, when Melody was talking about how the event went," and I was like, "Oh, oh, Sal, you don't do that. Are you blind to know that your wife don't even like the mention of Melody?" The only reason she spoke up that day and was like, I don't care about the organization from the, how we did the planning. All I care about is that the event. Tell us how the event was, what you didn't like in the event. That's what we're gonna care about. The only reason why she spoke out was because it was Melody that brought out that talk. The reason why she shoved it down was because it was Melody that had that chat. And to see that, she was already upset that Masa was like, I met up with Melody, we talked and we hashed out things and we've come to an understanding and I apologize. That already pissed off. So when Melody was trying to bring up something, listening that your husband, your adorable, loving husband, apologized to someone that you don't really like, that's like flared out and she reacted the way she reacted. Now your husband is still coming out to call you out. I'm saying, yes, call you out and telling you that you effed up. You shouldn't have reacted the way you reacted. Your reaction was over the top. That is the for me, I feel like that's the worst thing. Your husband calling you out over somebody that you don't really like that. And the only reason why you acted the way you acted was because you don't really like. For Kiki, he's coming in support for you. But for Melody, he's telling you, hey moms, you were wrong. I felt I want to say I feel bad for her, but I don't know how to feel bad for Latisha. I don't know how to feel bad for her in any way. Because sometimes she be the cause of her problems. But anyway, I was happy that he told her off because truthfully, I felt like that particular episode, she was just being unreasonable with what Melody said. Melody didn't come at you with so much power. Melody didn't come at you with, like maybe she wanted to have issues with you. She only came like the same way everybody came there to talk about how they felt the event didn't go well because of the planning. And you shut it down. So your husband is telling you, your husband is telling you, take accountability. Oh my god, that was funny. Then we also got to see in today's episode that um Melody is planning for her party, change of name party, and she literally was working with Faith. She was planning of her for her change of name party, and without opening the envelope to seeing whether they really granted her a change of name. But I was happy. I was happy that it was granted and her change of name worked out. I was happy. And I was happy also to see Miss Van on our screen one more time because we've missed her. She hasn't been on our screen in a very, very, very long time. So it was nice. It was a nice addition to see Miss Van on our screen one more time. It was really nice. And I'm happy for Melody and Isaac. Big congratulations to Melody that you were able to finally change your name from Holt to Roger Sherry, and that the court was able to grant you your request. Now let's come to this whole convo. They came for an exercise. First thing, why did they? Why did the gym instructor only give the gym wear to Kiki and Melody? What happened to Latisha? She was literally there and she didn't get her own way. But that's by the point. Let's talk about what was discussed here. Melody was trying to talk about, okay, the incident that happened. And Latisha, of course, still saying, if any, when someone doesn't have anything to lose and you're still on drugs. And I love the question Melody threw. What is your proof? You don't just go around telling somebody, telling people, oh, this person is still on drugs. This person was on drugs. What's your proof? Hi, Shop Reality.
Hello, I'm so sorry. Our time changed here in the US.
Oh, really? I
Yes, I'm so
did.
sorry. We should have told you something about that. But keep going. I am so sorry. Yeah, our time changed. So we are an hour behind what our normal time would be.
Oh, okay.
But
I
keep
was
going,
wondering.
please. You're wondering where everybody was, huh?
I was wondering if. Hi,
Hi.
Louis, for your girl.
Hi.
Oh my God.
But please continue.
Hi. Okay. Um, I was. Let me for your girl. You know, I've already started because I didn't know there was a change of time.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I was talking about the fact that at the in this scene here, I felt like Letitia wasn't trying to, you know, drop a point because she kept on talking about, oh, you don't have anything to lose, you are still on drugs. The fact is that I literally dislike the fact that you come up and talk about how much somebody is still on drugs. Someone is still on drugs, and you bring your proof of, okay, yes, this is the proof. And the only proof she could bring was that, oh, my family members are still calling me. Okay, call those family members. I want to speak with them. I want to hear them say it. That yes, Kiki called me and she was still on drugs. Oh, and the only thing is they called me, they said she's still asking for money. When did asking your family members for money become um the
Automatic
fact
drug
that
habit.
you are a drug addict? I never knew because I do ask my family members for money. When I travel, when I'm out, I'm I'm kind of broke. I ask the family members for money, so I don't think they'll be thinking that the reason why I'm asking for them for money is because I am literally on drugs. So that excuse she was giving didn't work for me at all. And even when Melody was like, "Are you sure that there's no?" Because the truth is, you can't tell me there was not an action to the reaction that Kiki came. She's not crazy. She isn't crazy. She isn't mad. There was an action that went on that made Kiki react that way, and that was what Melody was trying to put out there. There was a reaction,
Yeah, but
but
Letitia wasn't trying to hear any of that. Letitia definitely didn't want to hear any of that. She didn't want to know. She didn't want to talk about what led up to it. You know, so
yeah,
you could tell her mood was off from the time they start shooting the scene. She was kind of like sitting to the side, like, hey, I'm not even with this shit today, so don't start it. And I notice when people are really trying to talk to Letitia always runs. Instead of sitting there talking it out, you know, she always gets up and goes. So I just basically feel like Letitia, she tries her best to get around stuff that she can't deal with when Marceau isn't around. She knows the truth. She just doesn't want to talk about it.
Did you did you see the part when they were packing up for um when she was talking with him in the room, and
Right.
he was like, I can't. He felt like, for me, he felt as if he couldn't spend 3 days, 5 days with his family on a vacation, because for me, it felt like I don't want to spend 5 days with you. That was how it looked to me. And the
I
way
didn't
he
really.
called,
Go
you
ahead.
said,
No, go ahead.
and the way he called her out and told her to take accountability. The only part she should take accountability for, not about Kiki, not about any other thing, but for Melody. It speaks volumes. I don't know whether she does it, she just tries to blind herself to the obvious.
Yeah, I wasn't aware. Like that scene just kind of came out of nowhere for me. They were talking about so many irrelevant things that I didn't realize when you just said that they were packing to go on a family trip.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Like what a conversation to have. I mean, I kind of understood that when Marcel started talking about Stormy, and about her, being sensitive to her friends drug problem, but I think Marcel is just trying to cover his bases because he don't want big Courtney after him. Courtney look like he does not play. He looks like he's a soft teddy bear giant, but he's passionate about his wife, and he's already sick of Marcel. So I think Marcel was just trying to cover his base and clear that up. Like, yeah, I reached out to her, I walked over, I hugged her, you know. But like I said, that whole little scene, it just kind of threw me off. I didn't know what was going on. I was just trying to listen to what they were saying, not really what they were doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, what did you feel about the fact that he called her out when it came to Melody to take accountability, because Melody, like the way she reacted to Melody talking about the planning of the Black Expo. Why? How did you feel that he called her out on only that, saying she's taking accountability on that? Why must he have to bring Melody in fold, knowing that? My question is, knowing that this lady doesn't like you could see that she doesn't really vibe with Melody, and she doesn't like when her husband kind of compare, because he was trying, in my eyes, like trying to tell her that Melody didn't do wrong. You overreacted. You need to take accountability for that. And you know that your wife doesn't really rate this person. Why would you do that?
I don't know why Marcel does a lot of things, but yeah, I did check that out. Like why did he kind of capitalize just on that? You know, I mean, if I would have been Letitia, I would have kind of been upset because, like, why are you comparing me to somebody? You know, why are you comparing me to another woman? You know, I mean, even though the information that Melody said was vital information, but Letitia just wasn't ready to have it. She didn't want Melody coming in acting like she knew everything about what they should be doing over what she felt that should have been doing, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why he decided to call her out on that on national TV, and then it seems like it was episodes ago that happened.
Yeah. That was like, I think the first episode after when they came back,
Yeah,
or the second episode. I can't even
yeah,
remember.
yeah. That was a while ago. So why are you just now bringing it up? You know?
Mm-hmm. Like that's why I just be like, I feel like he be trying to set things up. He be trying to make things up in any way. But let's go to this thing. Kiki was saying in this place that she felt like Latisha planned everything. Latisha and Masao planned everything. And my question was, if you felt like it was planned, why did you fall into the trap?
Hmm.
Because I believe that you should be wiser than that. If I should see that, or I should have this feeling that I'm walking into a trap, it's either remove myself from the equation or just be as quiet as a mute to avoid reacting. So you knew that it might have been a setup, and you failed because you felt it that it might have been a setup, but you fell into the trap. You fell into the deep end trap.
Yeah, I mean, look, that situation with Letitia and Kiki, it was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like one time you're loving on me, then the next time you don't want to speak to me, and we got issues. And, their relationship is up and down, you know, but it should have been those two solving it, but I guess, in Kiki's way, she did try to, put resolution to it. But Letitia just don't want to hear the truth, so I would have let her sit in her own truth, and yeah, I wouldn't have fell for the bait, because it did look like a basic total setup and smash down,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, let's get her
Mm-hmm.
riled up so we can destroy her character some more.
I think I talked about this earlier when I started the live, and I was like, when it came to that single melody where she took the test, what was your own opinion about the test?
I mean, as a grown woman, Kiki has nothing to prove to anybody. Her business is her business. What she does in her residence is her business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like when Mel first pulled the test out, I was like, damn, wow, you are prepared, like it just kind of shocked the shit out of me, So I was like, okay, well, that that's a homegirl for you, you know what I'm saying? So hey, yeah, I probably would have went on and took it just to shut people down, shut them up, you know. And first off, Marcel needs to mind business that pays him. You know, he minds everybody's business. You know, he is just like one of the chicks, isn't he? Because he gossips a lot. You know, but as far as them, the test coming back negative, I knew that. Because like I said, if you look at Kiki and you watch her, none of her words were slurring and she didn't stumble over her words. And, she wasn't sitting there like shaking, having the shakes like it's time for another fix. The girl she's recovering, you know? And they just don't want to give her that grace. I mean, she made a mistake.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. People change, you know, times change, people change. But Marcel, he's like a gray cloud over somebody's head. He just keep raining and showing cloudiness and raining. Like, he needs to stop with that. But I'm
Mm.
glad, I'm happy that she was she proved everybody wrong. And applauds to Mel for helping her do that.
Did you guys catch Miss Wanda's live when she had one of the family members on there? One of
No.
their family
Today?
members, yeah. No, I think Thursday, where
No.
yeah, if you guys get a chance, go watch that. It's just interesting to hear the family dynamics,
Mm,
and how they feel about the situation because the family is not happy as well that these two are not getting along. So it's affecting the family as well.
wow.
What was the family also saying that, like saying that she was on drugs too?
No, I didn't hear the family member say that. I didn't hear her say that.
Mm.
Yeah. She
Why?
the family member
My
was
first.
very neutral.
Okay. But why would Miss Wanda do that? Why would she bring a family member up on live to continuously talk about this issue?
I guess because Kiki had done those interviews talking about the issue.
But she had the right to do it, because considering the fact of how much they called her a drug addict, a druggie during last week's episode, I would want to clear my name.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
trying
oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to recover, right? And I'm yes, I might not have gotten to that perfection, but we all know that she's okay. I said it earlier on. I said I would bet my life on it that if this lady was really on drugs, the way that Latisha and Masao was making it seem in the episode, would Carlos King want her be on the show? Because who wants to work with someone that's on drugs on
Right.
TV, where you are associated with a lot of people, a lot of things? Nobody would want her to be on the show. As much as I know Carlos always allows and lets go of a lot of things, I don't think he would openly want that kind of situation. So the
Right.
first question we should always ask ourselves, because I saw a lot of people, because I posted it on my Instagram, and some of the
Mm,
comments I was seeing was they were not nice.
mm,
A lot of people were coming back with, "Oh, that was water. That was fake. There's
mm.
no way she's clean. She's a druggie." And I was like, people thinking like this.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I saw the comment section, my mind was blown. Like, it's if there were like 10 comments, 8 of them were like, "Oh, I don't believe it. She's a druggie. That was water. There's no way she's clean. She just went and fetched water from the tap and did run the test." And I kept asking myself, doesn't Melody know the difference between between water and urine? Is
Hmm.
in, like, think everybody just want to we that we watch Love and Marriage, we just want to make this different scenarios in our head and run with it. I don't always I'm one person. As much as I do YouTube, there's one thing I know is that when I see a story and I don't know the full storyline, I prefer not to even talk about it. I prefer not to come up here and talk about it than making up stories in my head, being like, "Oh, this happened." I don't want to make up stories. I like to work with what I see. And I know that Melody knows the difference between water. You can literally know when it's water you're holding. So if Melody could hold it and see it and say, "Yes, I saw it," why is everybody now coming to say, "Oh, I don't believe it was done. I don't believe it was really authentic. I don't believe it was original. I think it was water. And she's a druggie." I'm like, was she even acting like someone that was on drugs? There was
Well,
no
I don't think
acting.
the
There was.
test was.
You don't think the
Oh,
test
I'm
was?
sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't hear you. No, you're saying you
I
don't
was
think
gonna
the
say
test
I don't.
was.
I'm not sure if it was a legitimate test as well because why would you
Okay.
do that on television? What if it did come out positive? Then she would be incriminating herself. So it's
I
just
guess
like, why would somebody take a drug test on TV and implicate themselves or incriminate themselves? I don't know. That may not be the right terminology, but I'm just beginning to question it as well. And like this person just shows up, oh, here's a drug test, take a drug test. Like how realistic is that? I'm not
but
saying
I
that she's using or anything. I'm just saying as far as the whole premise of doing that on television, that just seems far-fetched and would not be a reasonable for a person to do that.
but I feel like she knows who she is because
Right, but what if
I
but I don't know, like, is what if it came out positive? Wouldn't the producers be putting themselves at risk by having someone take an actual drug test on a TV show? I mean, I could be wrong. It's just I think it's just really
probably
odd.
no. Let's be okay. Let's dissect into this thing. Like we've had them talk so much about this crime stuff, stopper stuff every single time, which we know that she has never been charged for. There's not been anything for that, but we've had him talk about it every single time. Tiffany especially, and there's not been news about it. I feel like it's a thing of she knows who she is. She knows that okay, if I do this test, because I believe the program she is on, I'm sure they do regular tests on her, and she knows that okay, fine. No matter what, I know I'm clean. I know who I am. So try me any day, anytime. I know what my results will be. And I also believe for her to have said, okay, yes, fine, let's go ahead with it. She already knew that there is never it's there's a 99% chance that it was never going to come out positive. Because I knew if there
What
was
if
a
it was a faulty
99
test?
ah,
What if it's a bad batch of tests
a
that
bad batch,
don't work
okay.
properly? No, I'm saying hypothetically, if it was a bad batch of
Yeah.
tests that don't even work, what if they give a false positive and this person takes this test and it says that it's positive, even though it's incorrect? That would put her at risk and jeopardy to be filmed doing something like that. And in case of the Crime Stoppers, they always put that sign up there saying that she has not been charged with anything. They always put that caveat there.
Mhm.
So I'm just thinking, just in hypotheticals, it would be very risky
Mm-hmm.
for someone to subject her to that on television. I just don't think that the producers of the show would subject someone to that. Like, oh, we're really going to give you a test. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just thinking in regards to why would they even do
Yeah.
that to her?
Why would they do that to her? I also
Yeah.
thought the same thing. Like I didn't feel like she owed any my own thought was like, I don't feel she owes any of us this test because it's her life.
True.
At the end of the day, we all are living our lives in different ways, like the way we want to live it. And we don't owe anybody how we live our life, how we talk, how we do what we want to do. So I felt like she didn't owe anybody all to even take. If she decided not to have taken that test, I'll be okay with it.
Right. She doesn't owe us anything. Do you guys remember the show called, I think it was called Celebrity Rehab?
Yes.
Yes. Right. And you remember that show, and that doctor stopped doing that show because of all the backlash and all of the risk and all of even some of the contestants that were, I guess, making some false accusations about things that were going on. So that's what I'm just
Mhm.
saying. So think of that, at least in that environment, they had the professionals on hand to handle something of that nature. This show doesn't have that in place, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They,
do you
I don't know. Maybe
is
they
this the environment to
well, maybe
say
they
that again?
knew. Well, I was just gonna say maybe they
Right,
knew
maybe they
that
knew, maybe they
Mel.
knew. Right, so I
Yeah,
just so
maybe
that's
they
why
knew that Mel was gonna have this test and provide
right.
it to Kiki, so they made Kiki probably sign some type of medical release
Yes,
or
so that's why I
something.
just exactly. So that's why
Maybe.
I guess I need to specify what I'm trying to say. I don't think that the whole thing was a surprise. If it was a real test, this was all, you know, orchestrated for it
Right.
to go down this way. I don't think yeah, so that's what I'm just saying, like the the ramifications if it was a faulty test, you know,
Yeah, it would have been bad.
if you remember back in the day when some of those tests positive, false negative, but if this was a faulty bad test, so it
Yeah. But
shouldn't
my question is, how
this is
long
it's a very
ago
serious
was it?
nature for it to
Yeah, but how long ago was it that Kiki was doing drugs? Was it 5 years ago? Was it seven? Was it 10? Was it her early 20s? Was it her late 30s? Because Kiki got to be what? 45, 46, somewhere up in there, right? Am I making everybody
Yeah.
too old? Oh, okay. And she has a high schooler, right? And
She
a
does
a,
have nice
a,
plan.
a, a full-blown marriage. Now, do it look like that dude is going to sit around and watch her get blasted on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, around him and his kids, they kids? So I'm just asking, like, how long ago was this? Was this recently that she was getting high? Or was it years ago?
Well, me, I am not really privy to that information actually.
Okay.
didn't hear a word she said.
I'm not privy to that information. So the first time I heard about Kiki and drugs was on this show. And I don't think they've ever said anything like, okay, this is when she started off on her drug use. So I'm not privy to that. So I don't
Yeah.
know that. What I know now is the present.
Yeah.
What I'm
Okay.
watching right now.
Okay. But I was just saying that to say, even if it was like the last, even if it was 365 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
she's recovering. Give her that grace.
Exactly. Exactly. Give her the grace.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
just my point. I don't like the fact that Tisha is using, it's like you're using this thing against this person every single time. And this is the same. What is pissing me off about Latisha is that you are calling out your cousin, that is your family, over something she fucked up. Everybody has at one time.
hmm
But how would you change if every single time you get called out for your fuck ups? Every single time you get reminded, oh, but you did this so day, this is so yeah. It could actually make you just go back. You know what I'm trying, but I think my the way I'm trying is not even making an impact. This single mistake she made in life, and she's trying to move past that mistake. She's trying to be a better person. You are literally using it against her every day. That's what I look at Latisha and I'm like, that's shady. But this same Latisha that if you call her or her husband out on something, she flares up. She flames up, is it flare up or whatever? She makes it look as if you are such a bad person for doing this, doing that. You don't bring receipts. She's one person that talks about receipts not being brought when you're accusing them. But you're doing the same thing. You're accusing one person of doing something, and they've talked about this Kiki's drug use and drug use and drug use and being on drugs right now. But I've not seen that same receipt that you are called to other people when they're accusing you. Even Miss Wanda said it like, "Oh, you're talking about my soul cheating. Oh, bring the receipt, bring the receipt, bring the receipt." Why don't you also bring the receipts about you talking about Kiki being on drugs? You only talk about receipts when it favors you, but when it's when you're talking when it goes to another person, you're free. Like, be prepared to dish what you can take. Don't dish out something. Then when it's dished back to you, you're like, oh, really? Is that how it is? Be prepared to collect what you dish out. You've talked about other people's business. You've been in other people's marriages. You've talked shit about other people's marriages. You've done a lot of things. But when they come for you, you're like, oh, and that part, I like that exercise part. She was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. That pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm
Because
gonna have
you're not gonna talk about how she doesn't have anything. Saying it again this episode about how her cousin doesn't have anything to lose. She's still on drugs. I'm like, you've said it a lot last week's episode, and you're in this episode still standing on your grounds that she's on these drugs without evidence, without proof, without receipts. But you're still standing like, yeah, she's on drugs. And when they're trying to be like, okay, fine, there's something happened prior. Did you guys have a conversation? You're like, you know what, I don't want to talk about it. When did the heat started coming up, at that moment you said not to talk about it. Someone should please make it make sense to me, because when Melody is trying to say, okay, fine, something must have happened, then you don't want to talk about it. Then you don't want to have a conversation about it. But when it's to talk about, oh, she's on drugs, you want to talk about it.
who is Kiki's mama? We ain't seen her yet. That's Miss Wanda's sister.
No,
No,
her father
he's
is,
not that.
yeah,
Oh, so it's a brother and a sister.
yeah. But we've heard
Yeah.
her mother speaking like on a live. Her mother was
Yes,
speaking,
yes.
yeah. We've heard her voice before, but we haven't seen her face.
Uh,
Mm. I mean, I don't think I would appreciate my sister talking about my child and her problems if we're trying to heal. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So I was just asking, like, what does Kiki's mama have to say about this, or Kiki's daddy? You know, if it was my niece from my brother, and I've had problems with my niece, but it wasn't nothing like that. It's just the little disrespect stuff. And I had to kind of remind her that, girl, I got all day for this, you know. But yeah, I don't think I would like it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody in every family, this is America. Everybody in every family has at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 to 5 people in their family that does drugs, was into drugs, that is recovering from drugs, or that is still a drug addict. It's like the norm now. So what's the big deal? And yeah, Kiki has a lot to lose. Kiki has the custody of her kids to lose, a marriage to lose, a job to lose. She has a lot to lose. So for Letitia to say that is just preposterous. you know?
Oh, so let's go talk about um this, I don't even know what to call it. I guess it's, oh my god.
The great
But
debate.
oh,
Should we call it the great debate?
Mattel is a very funny person. You know, when Melody was talking to her mom about her change of name, and they played that time when they were talking about their business, I felt as like they went back memory lane. I was like, what could have been if this would just, if Mattel just closed his legs? They could have been a great couple with
Yes.
big business, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. They were a power couple. I, I just
Exactly.
I just didn't understand like why he did what he did. Like that was so stupid. Like look at all the chain reactions from that mistake. It wasn't a mistake because you kept doing it. But from your actions, look at the chain reaction from it. And
Mm-hmm.
then you got nerves to get mad. Like, nigga, stop. You know, like
And
seriously, you gonna get upset because she wants her
the fact that he
natural
had
name
to,
back.
he stood on his ground, was like, oh, I don't think any of my friends to be able to go there. That's like a slap to my name. You were divorced. I don't know when divorce, when you get divorced with someone and you still keep their name. You get divorced, you remove yourself from the name. So now what is, I don't understand why my friends to be going there. They are friends with Melody and they've always said it. They said, I'm not gonna choose side.
Mm-hmm.
If you invite me somewhere, Mattel, I would come. If Melody also invites us, we would come.
Right.
She even told you, okay, yes, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to this place. She even gave you that cut like, oh, Marcella was invited to this place. I want to go. She gave you that courtesy, like it was given to you. And you're like, you don't understand why any of your friends will want to go. Really? For a change of name. And you're getting pissed off by it. Saying that, oh, what has Melody even achieved um with the Rogers name? Everything she has was with the Holt's name. I'm like, no, Melody achieved whatever she achieved because she's Melody, not because of the son name at the back of her name. She could have still been a host and still achieve what she wants to achieve. She could be any name on this planet Earth, and achieve what she wants to. So I don't understand why he was thinking that because of the Holt's name, she is like she has what she has now.
It looking back at their marriage, it seems like Melody was the powerhouse. She was the
Mm-hmm.
driving force behind the business. She put her whole self into it. Because when they were playing like the old back and forth between the two of them, he was just steadily just talking crazy to her. You know, like I want 50% and this and that and the other, and everything was a gripe. Like he was jealous of her because she was able to make moves that he couldn't make. She was the brain, he was the brawn. You know what I'm saying? So it it just looked like a bunch of jealousy.
Yeah. I was
You know,
shocked.
but why wouldn't you want the mother of your kids, knowing that you guys aren't together anymore, but why wouldn't you want the mother of your kids to do well? That means your kids are doing well. You want her to
I,
do bad?
I feel like he thought that the change of name was just too real. When the name gets taken off, it's over. You know,
Well, I
you
know
know.
it's expensive to buy your last name back. I know, I've done it.
Mm.
You know, you got
So
to go through
he
a
he
lot of red tape.
he knew at that time because I can remember in the last, is it the last reunion, when she came in and Carlos was like, "Oh, let's welcome Melody." Sharon was like, "No, hold."
Yeah.
Yes. So I think then he knew, now that it's official, like the government has approved It's approved. Like, it's not, I'm just changing my name with mouth. My name is no longer Melody Holt, it's now Melody Sherry. He knows right now that it's official. In every document she has from now on, it's gonna read Melody Rogers Sherry. Sherry. And so he knows that everything is over. So
Right.
at that moment, maybe his life was flashing through his eyes, like, wow.
Probably so. He knew, if you know which side your bread is buttered on, why flip the bread over? You know, he everywhere he looks, he's looking for another Melanie. There isn't one. She is it. She was it for him, you know? So he's gonna keep searching this earth, trying to find the right one. And it's not gonna happen. Because his life is too chaotic.
Exactly.
And he doesn't have
Exactly.
respect for marriage or relationship.
Did you also notice something? I don't know. I just want to make a small joke. He came with two bottles of Inest wine, but when he was leaving, when he was going, I didn't see the two bottles, and we didn't see um Miss Nell Fletcher go into the house. So what happened to the two bottles of the Inest wine? Or it just the producers producing?
I don't know, but why didn't he bring a box of that shit? Two
Did
bottles?
he get did
Two
he get
bottles. They're
did he
having a
get
dinner.
pissed off and took the wines back?
But I don't know, but they were having a dinner party. So a dinner party, like, how many glasses is inside of a bottle? About three, maybe four. He bought two bottles. I
I
don't know. I
don't
just felt that was kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have bought a box, a case. Here.
know.
I mean, he's
So,
balling, right?
but
He's a baller, right?
he's now, we all know that he's now public with Arion now. They're
Say again.
officially public now.
Wait, say again.
Him and Arion are officially public. Like, they're in the public now and they've officially announced themselves.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, good for
officially.
them.
But sharp reality, I was thinking that I felt like the reason why they started announcing themselves last week is probably because of this episode and the episodes to follow.
Mm.
Is Sharp reality still here? No, I don't think she's available. I was thinking that because they came out last week, he was in a house during the holidays, during the Halloween holiday. He They were baking gingerbread and everything. She went on live on Instagram. He was out there, smiling. And I was like, okay, okay, finally, after years of being hidden, now they're official. And they went shopping together, where a lot of people were pissed off. And they went shopping together, and she was like, "Oh, I'm shopping for the six kids. That's the M&N kids and her own kids."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Well, I'm shopping for the." She started mentioning the names. Oh, I think Maria will love this key. We love this. We love this jacket. I think I'll get one for myself too. The same style. Like, she was trying to rub it in our faces that, oh, now she has, dating Mattel. Of course, she would have to stay with the kids when it's Mattel's time of the week to have the kids. So a lot of people were pissed off that she was trying to rub it in our faces, like, and that normally, well, it doesn't still count because normally the kids were not supposed to be used as clout or anything for on social media. But
Right.
she decided to talk about it. Then they went together, showing us. They said they have an investment property together, and I was like, okay, that's cool. The truth is, I wish her well because after so many years, you won, right?
Yeah, she deserves the
Congratulations.
prize. She deserves the
Yeah,
prize.
congratulations. You won. Happy for you.
Yeah.
But I felt like the reason why they did all those things they did and they are doing everything they are doing is because of the episodes that is going to be airing from now on. Because we know it's going to go bad from here.
Mm.
Because if we look at the trailer of the season, you see that after this name change, I think they'll go to Houston, right? And from there, Mattel will try to get back Melody with the ring thing and whatnot. And when he
Oh,
sees that it's
God.
not working, he's gonna bring out the cheating whatever again. That reminds me. He accused her of cheating again in this episode. How did you feel about the accusation? Not he didn't only say one guy. He said several guys.
Yeah.
He said it with his own mouth that Melody also cheated on me with several guys. He didn't even say alleged. He said she cheated on me with several guys. And he said he has the proof to show that she did cheat on him with several guys. He was not the only one cheating. How did you feel about him saying that?
I don't believe that. I mean, we could be wrong. I could be wrong, but he could be counting the times that they were separated. He could be counting, that how long were they separated before they were finally divorced? But do you guys know?
I think I
No.
think I don't know.
Yeah,
But I know it went for like months, but I'm not really sure.
right.
I don't know. I just kind of felt like if she was cheating, so what? You took her back. You know what I'm saying? Let's say she cheated the first time. He took her back, right? Let's say she cheated again the second time. He still took her back. Then he cheated. Let's say he cheated. And then she said, okay, you know what? Look, you're making a fool out of me because your stuff is real public. Mine, when it's public, yours is public, it's cutting deep. So I'm done. Okay, who cares? It's over. That's like crying about some damn spilt cold cereal on the table. You can't get it off the table, can you? Without a sponge or something, paper towels. Are you gonna sip it through a straw? Like, stop. It's over. It's done. Move on. You know, Wish her well and move on. That's what a real man would do. But I
I
know we're not
I
we're not dealing with a real man. I know.
I really like Nell's response to him. She was like, okay, Melody cheated, but you started it
Yeah.
because you started it. Like, you don't want to, you can't take what you dished out. You cheated. She decided to cheat back on you.
Right.
Now you're pissed off.
Yeah. You couldn't take it.
How is that? How so
But it's
many people
unfair.
react like that?
That's so
People react
narcissistic.
like that too.
That's like a narcissist. It's so unfair. Like, dude, you did you, she did her. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know?
The the fact that you're pissed off because after doing yours, she did hers, and I feel like Mattel, I might be wrong, but I feel like sometimes Mattel works extra hard to make Melody look bad. He wants so much for the public to dislike Melody.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm a woman. I support. You know what I'm saying? Half of the
Because
stuff that she's been through, I've already been through. You know what I'm saying? So I support.
sometimes the things he be saying, I'm just like, when he said no one, multiple, I was like, really? Really? If you even said one, I'll be like, okay. But multiple? Until give me a break. And I want to see those evidence. I want to see him bring those evidences of those multiple, multiple guys. I want to see it. Because you can't come up here telling me, oh, Melody cheated on you with multiple guys, and you can't bring the receipts. Yours, there were receipts. There was evidence. So show me Melody's own. Don't come telling me your mouth, oh, Melody did this, Melody did that, Melody did this, Melody did that. Oh, that's hearsay. I'm not interested in hearsay. I'm interested in what I can see. The evidence is when I look at it, I'll be like, yes, this is concrete. Melody really did do this. I just feel like he doesn't like the love that is coming Melody's way. Ever since the divorce, people decided to rally around Melody, and people stuck with staying around Melody. People fell in love with Melody. And because of that love she has gained, she was able to move ahead in life. She was able to remove herself from the situation of her and Mattel. She was able to focus and try to make a new life for herself, and she's glowing right now.
Oh yeah.
And all because of the love and support of people that decided that, okay, I'm going to rally around her. And what did it do for him? He was chased out of social media. Mattel
Yeah.
was literally chased away from social media.
Mm. You know, when Martell made that comment about women don't hold other women accountable, yeah, we do. Okay. What's Goofy's name that he's messing with? Ariana?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, let's hold her accountable for messing with a married man. You know, or maybe that wasn't the type of accountable he was talking about. But let's hold her accountable.
Whenever he wants to do like, he will be like, Ariane is a good woman.
Really?
You know, he would always want to make excuses for someone that
Is that
claims,
what he said?
and and I was saying something for someone that claims like, oh, I'm not a social media person. I don't love being social media like that. You were so happy and giggling and bubbly when you were on Instagram Live with Arion last week. He was so bubbly and happy and playing around when he was also on Instagram Live when they went shopping. He was literally there was a part in the live she did recently. I think that was on TikTok when she did a my daily life, whatever thing. And she was saying, oh, my song has come in from, I think they were playing a song in the store, and she was like, oh, this is my jam, and she was like dancing to it. Mattel walked into the camera and did a little bit of dance, then went away. For
Mm.
somebody that says he's not a social media person, I feel like he got ran away from ran off from social media, and he's just trying to cover it with the fact that he's not a social media person. For someone that is not a social media person, he tends to go on social media and check what people are saying about him.
Mm.
So
Well, he probably is.
he he should not tell me all those things. I just feel like his mission is to make Melody look bad in any shape or form. I want to make Melody look bad. I want people to question Melody. I want Melody to lose the love that she has gained, because that love has gotten her to where she is. She has overcome everything that she went through, and she's glowing. She's living her life. She's living her best life right now. And he's not liking
Well,
that
no,
she could
because he can't
literally
be
live
a
her best
he,
life.
he can't be a part of it. He wants to be a part of it. That's why he tries to speak to her. And you know, in the past, he was like trying to charm her back. It just didn't work. It's a little too late. So right now he's bitter, he's sour. But this is exactly what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted, Martell. You know, I mean, like, what woman is gonna stick by that stupid crap? What real woman is? I don't know too many of us that will.
He thought that he was gonna play the game and still get, eat his cake and have it.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think he had it like that though.
Right. And these two people don't even compare. It's like, how do you, and I know I don't know about you guys, but just as a viewer, as you said earlier, living for my girls, being a woman,
Mhm.
being related, Millie's experience is relatable to all of
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So it's just like, yes, it's like I know you were talking about the video earlier when she did her TikTok, and did you see when she touched him before she got out of the car? It
Yeah,
was
like I
just
love touching
ew.
him.
It
Oh,
was so
what's-
ew. That was just ew. And then
What
saying
is
the names of those children. Oh gosh, that was just
oh,
so,
oh, that was
it was too
pissing off.
much. It was too much.
what did she text?
She touched him like where his pocket is on his pants, and he was sitting in the car. She reached over, "I have to touch him." It was just ew.
Oh God.
Right, and it's just like, how does he, and I know they say this a lot, men, the decisions that they make, the choices that they make, in women, is like, we as women just don't understand it. Like, how could you mess up this situation that you have at home with your lovely wife? You guys have
Girl,
all of this good stuff going for yourselves,
because
and you
some
keep,
men,
say
I'm
that again?
sorry, some
No, go
men
ahead.
rather some men rather have rocks than diamonds.
Yep, for whatever reason, just
That
makes no
that
sense.
it makes no sense. When I saw that video, because I came on YouTube that day and I saw a lot of people like talking about it. I was like, what's going on? And I finally went to a TikTok video, a TikTok page, and I saw it. And I was like, what the hell is going? What is going on? And when they went to I was like, it was so unnecessary to me. I felt like all the information that was given in that video was just like a script that was written for a movie scene. Because it was unrealistic. It was
Yes,
so
it was.
unnecessary.
It was too much
You want
going
to
on. You're
go
right.
like how how I spend my day. Really? That's how you spend your day?
Right.
Really?
Hmm.
And then pushing that clothing rack with those clothes on it, like you getting ready to make this huge purchase. You got all of these
It's
clothes. Come
oh
on.
I was
And
like,
what
where's
man
supposed
wants to go to a clothing store and be hanging around a store like that?
and they also went to they went to Sephora to go get some he was getting some face stuff and he was like, oh he doesn't like the big one, let me get him the small one. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
What man is going to be hanging around in Sephora and in these different stores with you? I'm wondering if he's trying to groom her to be this social media type person. Like, and why now? Like, for years, we hadn't seen them, together on screen or whatever. Why now? It's like you're popping up together and he's there. Like, what's going on?
I said it earlier and I said I feel like it's because of one, the episodes and the episodes to come, because they are not going to paint him in a good light. So he
Okay.
wants to create a scenario that, okay, right now I'm in a space in my life that is all perfect. Probably I'm trying to forget about Melody, or I have forgotten about Melody, because right now we have him in this episode talking about, oh, change of name is not necessary. Having a party for change of name is not necessary. Like, she shouldn't even, like, why does she want to remove the whole name? Then we will also have him trying to reignite what they have. That is still coming up.
Right. You're right.
So
Good point.
I feel like he's just preparing himself for the future of what to come. Because
Yep.
when I saw
Oh,
the video, I
good.
was like,
That's
okay,
good.
that's anything against my man. I said, okay, I understand. A lot of things are gonna come through Mattel's way. He's gonna get bashed. He's gonna get talked about in the coming weeks. He's gonna be looked down on by a lot of people. And I know there are a lot of YouTubers. This panel is still great. We don't cuss in this panel. I've been to some other panels, and the way they talk, I really pity who they're talking against, because they be cussing,
Mm-mm.
they be insulting, they be going deep on you. So he knows that it's coming his way.
Right.
So I think she's just doing PR for that. And because everything was just unrealistic. Why are you showing me a property? What's my business with you and your investment property? What's my business with it?
Right.
Investment property that the house looked as if contractors have not even been there in a very long time. Yes,
And
it
are
looks
we going to believe that she has an investment property?
ah, you know, anything to sell the dream for ourselves. Like, didn't she see the way she was smiling during the live she did during the holidays, the
Yeah,
Halloween holiday? Was it the Halloween
yeah,
holidays? The
yeah.
way she was smiling.
I guess she was
I
like,
said,
maybe she feels like it's finally you and me against the world, and I'm your woman, and everybody knows it.
that was how it looked like. It was like me and you were gonna fuck this world around. Like everybody else, they don't know what's coming. He thought, I felt like in that life he was like, this lady here is bigger, better than Melody Sheree. Who does Melody Sheree think she is?
Yes. Like, come on, dude. We're not
That was
falling
Wow.
how
for
they
it.
were doing in the live, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Right. You're not convincing. And there's no comparison. These 2 do not compare. It's like, are you serious?
And every single life they've been on, they always want to mention Melody's kids. Why?
That is so
Talk about
disgusting.
talk about yourself and yourself alone. Talk about your kid that you share between yourself. Because I don't think Melody would be on her Instagram live or whatever live she's on talking about your own kids.
Nope.
She has
I think
never spent
she wanted to they wanted to let the viewers know, I guess, that they're one big happy family. That's what they wanted us to
really,
see. And then, like, that
really.
day in the life, like you said, like, "You really? Is that how your day goes? Really?"
The thing is that they are not even consistent with what they talk or what they do. Because like, I remember the last time there, she was talking about we go to the gym, all those gym videos. When she was on Instagram live, she went in the gym. She was in the gym and she went on Instagram live. I'm like, I thought you always go to the gym. So what happened to the gym that day? Magically
Right.
disappeared from. It
Good
magically
point.
disappeared from your everyday life.
Good point.
So it's not real. For me, I just laughed all through the video and I shook my head because it
Right.
was insultive, it was
It was.
embarrassing,
Yes,
and
all of that. All of that,
and
and I
the,
think we
the
all felt the same way.
and the fact that I feel like they thought they did something marvelous. That was what they felt. I think they did think they did something marvelous. All the 2 lives they went on, I think they thought they did something, but they were so surprised that they went. I didn't even know that Shade Room posted the first live, the one that they did during the Halloween holiday. It was posted, and then it was like 11,000 comments with zero hate. No, with 100% hate for the both of them. 100% hate for the both of them. That's the first time we've had so much comments on anything concerning love and marriage being posted on Shade Room.
Wow.
A lot of people were hating. Like people were like, "Wow!" Some people were like, "Wow, she finally won the prize! Congratulations!" At the end of the day, you're happy. That's why you're shining your teeth that you won the prize after being hit. Like the comments were very like. If I was Ariel and I was looking through those comments, I would cry because there was no like. If there were like 10 in every 10 comments, only one would be like, "Oh, congratulations! I love you guys." In every 10 comments, only one would say anything positive about the both of them. 11, that I've never seen Shade Room have that kind of comments when it comes to love and marriage. Huntsville, jeez, 11,000 comments.
Wow.
Those are the kind of comments you have when you put up all those big celebrity news, and but they had it on their own videos when they posted the live. and it was so people were even people like celebrities that we know, some of them were on the comment section like, wow, this is because that life was so the way they're like, oh, she was talking about the MMI kids doing building their own gingerbread house and the rest. I'm in Mattel's house. And Mattel was smiling, holding her, be like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Mm. But for me, watching the two lives, I didn't talk about any of them. I think I just posted one because I've been really busy with a lot of things this period.
Mm. I,
So
I wonder if they're shooting for a new show. Martell
you
and
wonder,
I wonder, are they shooting for a new show with Carlos, Martell, and Ariana?
Ariel?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
goodness.
that would be very. If they are, congratulations to them.
You know, because
Wow.
I already have a name for it. The Joker and the Peasant.
Oh my goodness.
That
Oh,
isn't that what he
that,
called her? A peasant?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And he's a
oh
Joker,
my
so
god!
that's a perfect name. The Joker and the Peasant. I'd
Eh,
watch.
You watch it? I don't think I would want to
Yeah.
give them the ratings.
Oh,
I don't think I
I'd
want to give
watch.
them the ratings too.
I'd
I would not
watch
want
I
to
don't.
reward that
just to
behavior
see the spectacle. No, I'd watch just to see the
just to
spectacle.
see the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems so childlike as well. It's like, isn't she in her 30s? But the way
Yeah.
she was speaking, just, I don't know, just, I like, wow, how do you go from what you had to this and to keep going back to this? And I remember that scene. Remember when they were at the Fletcher's house and he kept, but she's satisfying me. And Melly threw that glass.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think every woman was so upset when we saw that. It was just,
Mm-hmm.
but she's satisfying me. Wow. So is that what it's all about? So now what? Years later, look at the situation that you're in. And I don't know. I don't know what his situation is. But look how much further along you and your wife could have been.
Right.
But no, this is what you chose. This is the what you chose.
Mhm. Boy.
Wow. I just feel like I don't know if Carlos wants. I also I think a friend of mine was like, oh, I also think that they are actually trying to do this so that Carlos and the viewers will be like, okay, fine, they are now probably a couple because allegedly on the streets, gossip has been that he has been trying to bring her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend was like, probably he is doing all this so that everybody will see that okay now people were like, why would they bring him on the show, they're hardly together, those kind of things, and the storyline will be about Melody. So I feel like maybe they're doing all this so that Carlos will see that they're together and probably finally decide to bring them on the show. Love of Marriage Huntsville.
But
So
do you think that
who
they're an
knows?
actual couple? Like, do you think that they're an actual functioning couple?
I don't for one day think. I don't
Well,
think. He looked as if he had a knife on his neck and be like, you're gonna smile. You're gonna smile, you're gonna be happy. You know, that's how it looked to me.
I don't know.
So I don't
It just kind of makes me think when you guys said that they were out buying something at Sephora and she says, oh, if I get the big one, he gets upset. He likes the small one. Is it because he doesn't plan on staying long?
Ooh.
I mean, because when I shop for my man, he want the big one. Okay. Because he's
uh
here for the duration. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring no small nothing home. So I don't know. It's just a thought.
the thing was that the life was just so funny, unrealistic, and I didn't really pay too much mind to it. And she found out that a lot of people were hating on it. A lot of people were disgusted by it. I think she started bringing a lot of people's videos down that talked about it, like posted the video on their sorry, on YouTube. She started flagging down people's video on YouTube that played the video. Even if you wanted to talk about it, she was flagging it down. I'm like, that was not necessary.
Mm.
Well, I guess she didn't like that you guys were talking about her in a bad light. She thought that she ate, but she didn't. So she didn't like it. So she was literally flagging the video down. But the thing is that I wish them well. I don't have anything against Ariana at the end of the day. I just feel like she just acts in a manner that doesn't make her shine well. So, you know, let her live her life. If Mattel is the
Yeah.
life she wants to live that makes her happy, fine. But the thing is that you live your life and don't try to involve or rope other people or try to be like, rub it on people's faces. No, don't. That's just it. Oh, I guess we're done for today.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
guys.
fun. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We were so far behind, but that was
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Don't forget to like and comment on our videos. Don't also forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels. Don't forget to subscribe to ShopRite TV's YouTube channel and also on Filters Uzo's YouTube channel. And also join us tomorrow for RHOP. Yeah, we'll be
Hmm.
here tomorrow discussing about RHOP. So don't forget to join us. Let's have fun on the Real Housewives. I hope this particular Real Housewives will be better than Atlanta. I really hope, because I don't think I can go through what I went through in Atlanta with these people.
not at all. Okay, thank you. Bye.
All
Bye.
right, bye
All right.
guys.
Bye.